Hi everyone, Courtney here, and today we are going to discuss derivatives and use the concepts discussed to answer the question before us. The question is, XYZ is trading at $25 and Arjun sells one XYZ 28 December put for $5, which would be the correct statement regarding this option position. This question is introducing us to derivatives. A derivative is a financial contract between two parties whose value is derived from or dependent on the value of an underlying asset. Does that not help you at all? It did not help me at all either, so I'm going to make this very simple. When we're talking about derivatives, we are talking about making a bet on how the price of a stock is going to perform. So just like you would go into a horse race and make a bet on which horse is going to win, you can make bets on the performance of a stock or the price of a stock. Now, I'm sure there are other types of underlying assets, but for the purpose of this example, we're going to stick with stocks or shares as they are the most common. So let's say that you want to make a bet that the price of the share is going to increase. What you want to do is you would buy a call, which allows you to reserve the right to purchase those shares at a specified price until such time as your call expires. In other words, a call is just like a coupon that you might take to the grocery store. It means that you have the right to buy something at what is hopefully going to be a cheaper price than what it's actually selling for until such time as the coupon itself expires, or in this case, when the call expires. So again, if you're making a call, if you're purchasing a call, you are hoping that the price is going to go up. By exercising your call, you will be able to purchase those shares at a cheaper price than they're actually selling for at the market because you reserved that right. Now let's imagine that you want to take the opposite position and you believe that the price of the shares is going to decrease over time. If you think that the price is going to go down, you might purchase what's called a put. And a put reserves you the right to sell the shares at a specific price. And so in this case, you're hoping the price is going to go down in the future so that you can still sell the shares at the higher price that you have reserved. So for example, let's say that Apple shares are trading for $1,000 a share, and person A purchases a put. In other words, they purchase what's a bet that the price is going to decrease in the future, and they have now reserved the right for themselves to sell those shares at the price of $1,000 a share, no matter what happens in the market later on. That means that person B, on the other end of their contract, has the obligation to purchase those shares off of person A no matter what happens in the market. So in 6 months from now, let's say, if the share price has dropped to $1 a share from 1,000, it doesn't matter if person A decides to exercise their put, then person B will be obligated to purchase those shares for $1,000 per share, even though they're only worth $1 now. So in other words, if you purchase a put, you are making a bet that the price is going to go down and you're hoping that it's going to go down. So quick recap, and then we can answer the question. If you are buying a call, then you are thinking that the price is going to go up. If you're buying a put, you're thinking that the price is going to go down. Now, let's use these concepts to answer this question, and just keep in mind that in this case, Arjun is not purchasing a put, but he's actually selling a put. So, XYZ is trading at $25, which means that it's trading its shares for $25 currently, and Arjun sells one XYZ 28 December put for $5. In other words, someone else buys this put off him for $5, which gives them the right to sell the shares at a price of $28 anytime between now and the end of December. And so that would mean that Arjun is putting himself in a position where he would have the obligation to buy them at $28 per share in the future if the person he sells it to, or in other words, the purchaser of the put, decides to exercise that right, which of course they would do if the price went down. So which would be the correct statement regarding this option position? A. Arjun paid a $500 premium for the obligation, if called on to do so, to sell XYZ at $28 per share. Okay, this answer doesn't make any sense whatsoever because, first of all, why would he be paying to sell something? It says that he sold a put, right? So we obviously know that actually he's going to be receiving a premium, not paying a premium. And then the rest of it says, if called on to do so, to sell XYZ. Again, that doesn't make any sense because it is the put purchaser who has the right to sell at $28, so this answer just doesn't make any sense. B. Arjun received a $500 premium for the right to sell XYZ at $28 per share. So yes, he did receive a $500 premium because every one put represents 100 stocks, and of course, if they're $5 and 5 times 100 is 500, so he did get the $500 premium, but to say that he has the right to sell XYZ at $28 per share doesn't make any sense, again, because the purchaser is the one who has the right to sell. Remember, we talked about that earlier. And C, Arjun paid a $500 premium for the right to buy XYZ at $28 per share. No, again, he is not paying any premium. Someone is buying something off him, so it should be pretty straightforward that nothing that says that he's paid a premium is going to be correct. Let's take a look at the last one. Arjun received a $500 premium for the obligation, if called on to do so, to buy XYZ at $28 per share. This is 100% correct. He got paid $500 in exchange for him taking on the obligation that if the purchaser of the put decided to exercise their right to sell the shares, he would be obligated to buy the shares at the price that they determined together, which was $28 per share. So that is the correct answer. So I hope that this has helped with understanding derivatives and a little bit about puts and calls, and I will follow up in my next video. Thanks so much.